in all situations of co-parenting, the golden rule is the kid is at the centre of this. The children, the child comes first. Whatever their needs are comes first. Their health and well-being, their psychological security, their safety comes first. And that can never change under any circumstances. And good co-parents know that, and good co-parents are absolutely fine about that. So the golden rules of good co-parenting: honesty, good communication, being on the same page as each other, not having disputes in front of the kids, etc. All the same rules that we all know. Now more than ever, you have to be sticking to those. All right. I would add another golden rule in at the moment, which is forgiveness. We're all going to have to do a huge amount of forgiveness at the moment if we're going to survive this. We really are. We're going to have to learn to forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive our partners, forgive everybody, and just be able to get into a much more tolerant frame of mind. Because, you know, there's messages coming out on the saying about isolation and social isolation. That's not really the big problem we've got at the moment. The big problem we've got at the moment is proximity. We're going to be in each other's faces a bit more than we were used to, and a bit more than we actually ever planned to have. And that's going to be happening for the next few months. It will end, but you can, for the next 2 to 3 months, we're going to be stepping on each other's toes emotionally and physically in families. And that's true of the family member, the parent who's co-parenting and non-resident needs to understand that the resident parent is having incredibly, extraordinarily challenging times with this home environment, okay? And they need to understand, the non-resident parents, I'm one of them, okay, absolutely needs to understand that we've got an easier deal in many ways. We do. That we're not having to stay 24/7 with a bundle of joy, who after the first 10 of that 24/7 stops being so joyful, maybe. The edge comes off a little bit, maybe, okay? And particularly if we have a stroppy teenager that we're having to be 24/7, they're not going to change. Their neurobiology isn't going to change. They can't stop being a stroppy teenager. And imagine 24/7 with that in your life, okay? So the non-resident parent has a fantastic role, a superb role here, which is to allow the resident parent time off. And they can do that through being available online, and you will be available online much more, being able to do lessons with the younger children, being able to take exercise classes by Zoom, being able to have games, have fun, and give the resident parent a break so that they can go and have some private time. And I think that the non-resident parent, whoever that is, can see themselves as having a fantastically important role there. They also have a hugely important role in reassuring their kid that this is temporary. It's not happening because they're bad. It's not happening because they don't love them. To reassure them, still love you, you're still the center of my world, that we have a short period of time, relatively short period of time, when we have to change the way we do things, but it will get back to normal. And I'm going to see you more, if not less, than I used to, because I'm no longer distracted by all these annoying things like work and all that sort of stuff that used to take up so much of my time. I've now got more time for you. So I think that we can see that there are some really positive things that all parents can do, but particularly non-resident parents. And I certainly know that from my experience of having to reach out to my stepson over in France. Me and my ex are no longer together, but we're still in touch and see each other when we can, etc. It's that sort of reaching out to them and making sure that they're okay, and making sure that they're safe and that he understands that I love him, and also maintaining those things of ensuring that the children see 2 adults in a loving relationship, even if they're no longer a partnership in that intimate sense. That's really, really crucial. That maintenance of those types of signals and cues are the things that reassure kids the most about situations like this. And as quickly as possible, get to a new routine, a new normal in place that you've agreed, you don't have arguments about, and that you can then get on that hymn sheet and then you can reassure your child in action by what you do.